Hey, what's going on? This is Taj Stansberry, or Noisemakers on Edge with Top Carrier. Thank you for coming into my home, visiting me today. It was a great experience. Come again.
You didn't go to film school, so you're completely self-taught?
Self-taught. I picked up a lot of things. My mentor and a good friend of mine, Anthony Manley, put me in a lot of good situations where he allowed me to come on set and shadow him, to ask questions. He would ask me questions. I really took that from him. Like, I really stayed away from the robotics, everything. Like, wide, medium, wide, tight. It's just how I feel in that moment, and that's how he was. It's very his way of shooting. You could just tell that you could tell it was him. It was kind of obscure, and it was, he shooting through things. Like he would feel out these things, and for every single detail, to the color of the lampshade, to shooting around things and not being afraid to put things in your camera and shoot around. He just taught me so many things. But the main thing that he taught me was, and that I learned from his experience and from my own experiences, was that there is no right and wrong in art. It's all interpretation. And filmmaking is, you learn a lot about yourself, how to interact with people, just how to be you. It's really just how to be you. Everything that you see on camera or on TV that comes from you or on the internet is just a reflection of how it's.
Now this is your first nomination, am I right?
First VMA nomination.
First VMA nomination. And this is crazy because the best part about it is that with the VMAs, it's literally about the video. It's not about the song necessarily so much the art, it's about the visual aspect of it. When you go into these projects, when you hear a song, how do you come up with the treatment? Like, what's your process to kind of translate a song from just hearing it to seeing it?
I think one of my strengths is I don't think too hard about it. It's not really it's like I just let it speak to me, and I fill up references, visual references, and collect books. I go out and take photos, watch a ton of films. I'm always like, I gather these things and I put them in my head, and when I hear something, when it speaks to me, I just let all those things release.
Let me ask you this. Mm-hmm. Do you feel like you have to be a little bit crazy to be artistically great?
I think everybody has their things. I know like my things are like parallel lines. I have this thing with parallel lines and books on my table. Since my table is a rectangle and I have these books, like a bigger book can't be on top of a smaller book. Everything has to line up. The spacing between like if the books are here, they can't be slanted. They have to go along, so it's a parallel line. Like I'm very lines for some reason. A huge part of it.
Very meticulous.
More so than shapes. It's just like lines. Everything has to be on point, and nothing can be touching, but they should be close. And however close they are, they should be an equal amount of space away. So I guess balance, lines and balance is definitely something I'm sticking for.
Give us something that's in your head right now that you haven't developed yet.
Well, right now I'm working on a concept with Big Sean for a song that he has on his album called High. Hours. But it's that concept. It's like, okay, what are the obvious things when you're high? What does that look like? Okay, I get that, right? So I got that. I'm like, that's not enough. Like, what about how things move? The time lapse in between. Time that passes. How does time pass different? What does it look like? If you can see this time passing, what does it look like? Is it really a time lapse? Because sometimes it's just like from here to there, you don't even remember the walk. You know what I mean? So it's like, how does that feel? I love things that don't really have an explanation, because there's infinite possibility, which is just like art. That you can research it and look at it and fall in love with it and dig as far as you want to, because there's really no answer.
When this is all said and done, the point you are right now, if it all ends tomorrow, what would you like for people to gain from your art? What would you like